Can you hear me, Kyron?
Hello? Hello?
Oh, wow, we can hear each other now. Nice. Okay, I think I just overlay. Let me turn off this music. I am learning how to do this. Okay, I think we're live. Let me make sure we're live here. Hello, everyone. I want to make sure. Can you let us know over there in the live stream if everything's good? Oh, I see us. Okay, I think we are good. What up, Kyron? Good.
What's up?
All right. Well, welcome everyone. And man, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm pretty nervous about this. I'm excited, but also nervous because this is it, man. Church Canvas. We're launching in 4 days. Karen, how you feeling?
It's crazy. I'm just excited for people to actually be able to use it and just let it help them, you know?
Yeah, no, for real, right? For full transparency, I've been using it in our church for like a month now. How long have you been using it?
Ooh, I would say a month, like almost a month now.
Yeah. So why don't we do this? Let's start with introductions because people, some people that are watching, they're probably thinking, oh, it's a bunch of tech guys and stuff like that. But some people don't know that we're actually like ministry people. Like we about this life. We about this ministry life. I'm currently in church right now. To prove the point, there's a picture of my parents because I'm actually in my dad's office. My dad's the pastor of our church. And that's literally where I'm live streaming from because I'm at church every single day of my life, right? So yeah, let's introduce yourself. I'll introduce myself first, okay? For those that are watching, hello, we got 6 viewers. What's up, Marine from Texas, Darshill? Thank you so much. Say hi to chat, everyone. I just want to say hi if you're there. But for just to introduce ourselves, my name is RR, just 2 R's, and I am a pastor's kid, and I'm an assistant pastor, associate pastor at our church. I lead music. I teach our adult Sunday school class, our adult Bible classes, and really just kind of the associate pastor, kind of like the pastor whenever my pastor is gone, my dad is gone. Like my dad's been gone for like 6 weeks now, so I've been kind of pastoring our church. So I've been ministry for about 15 years now, full-time ministry for 15 years. And on the side, we also run our design agency and do other side things that we want to work on, right? Karen, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Kyron, and I'm from Canada. So I'm fresh into the ministry. So I just graduated from Bible college earlier this year, or last year now. Wow, time goes by really fast. So just last year, I graduated from Bible college, and I'm serving as an assistant pastor in a church in Ottawa. And I'm just super excited to be here and help out in this field of church media, because I know every single church needs to have something like that nowadays. And something like this tool is really going to be helpful for a lot of people and a lot of pastors that I know in the area. So I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I can actually see the chat. Never mind, I can't. Thought I can. No, and also you got married last summer.
Yeah, I got married last summer. So yeah, that's new.
How's it? Married life's going good. Oh no,
Yeah, it's
I want to say hi, Carolyn from Jamaica. Whoa, we got some watching from Jamaica.
cool.
Walter, my man Walter, what's up, bro? From Oklahoma. He's been using church cameras. I think it's been hopefully it's been helped his church as well. Josh, what up, bro? So yeah, man. Carter's graduated Bible college, freshly married. And yes, he is from Canada. So I remember we have our kind of like weekly meetings, and we always in our weekly meetings, because all of us actually in the design agency that we run, we're all ministry people. Like we have our client manager who's like a pastor's wife in the Philippines. We have our head of design who's a youth pastor, assistant pastor over in San Francisco. We're all in ministry. We talk about like what some blessings over the weekend. And Chiron last Monday said, "Oh, we had a great week last week," and he talked about a certain hockey game. I just cut him off. Like, that's fine, Chiron. We don't need to talk about your blessing about that hockey game. But it's all good, man. Hey, so let's do it. Let's hop on. Let's talk about Church Canvas. Let me just give a quick intro on what Church Canvas is. Church Canvas is something that my friends and I, and really just a bunch of ministry people that we're all working on, because we're all people that grew up in ministry. We're all people who learned design at a very young age. When we were teenagers, I don't know about you, Karen, but when I was a teenager, my dad would copy, literally would cut and paste. Like he was the original cut and paste guy. He would actually cut out stuff from like things that he would see and literally paste it with glue on a piece of paper and photocopy it, and those would be our church tracks, right?
Wow.
Literally, I remember our first ever church track. It was like printed on like blue paper. It's like, "Stop, you're going to hell," and like that's what my dad's like. That was his track. And I remember I downloaded a bootleg version of Photoshop and literally learned design on my own, right? And also, a couple of we all kind of learned design at a young age. We were teenagers. We just wanted to help, you know, create designs for our church, because like we didn't want our church to have ugly graphics, right? We wanted to have good graphics for our church. And then really like Church Canvas was born out of just the day to day, the day to day church needs. Because like yes, I do design for our church, but then like I'm preaching this Sunday. I got to teach my Bible class this Sunday. I got to lead worship this Sunday. We have a school that we have to run over here. And so there's just so much going on. And so we don't want to spend too much hours on the design. We want to get those, make it presentable, but still really have more time for the ministry, right? So helping busy pastors. What about you, Karan? Did you also kind of get started in this kind of design industry that way?
Yeah, I did. Well, I remember ever since I was a kid, I was always like in church as a kid, I would draw different like church logos, which is so funny. I'd be like, what is my take on my church's logo? And I would just do that as a kid, obviously, until I got to the age when I was actually able to like pay attention in church. I would stop doing that. But I remember what got me into it was church logos. And I really wanted to help churches have really cool logos and just have an identity in the community. And then from there, I really got started helping out my Bible college. So I was able to help them out with social media graphics, banner designs. I set them up with a new logo and everything, and the website as well. So it was through ministry that God kind of directed me to the path of doing graphic design, and I'm really thankful for that.
Cool, man. Yeah, for sure. All right, let's get into it, man. I don't want to waste too much time. I know people really want to see Church Canvas. We're launching Church Canvas in 4 days. We even have a whole launch week discount that we can talk about later on. But what we're gonna do today, we're just gonna start creating stuff with Church Canvas and kind of show how to use Church Canvas, how easy it is, and how you kind of play around with it a bit, and then also just give some advice. Right? Kyron has been using it for a month. He's putting out some really cool stuff with Church Canvas. And then also, if you're in the chat today, if you have anything, let's say whatever you want designed, put it in the chat and we'll create it. And then if you want, like DM us on Instagram and we'll send you what we just made. We'll send it to you. If you have a sermon that you're preaching this Sunday, or a sermon series, or like a youth activity you have coming up, whatever you design, go drop in the chat, put the details, and we'll go ahead and try to design that for you. Okay. So Chiron, I'm kind of like juggling here with like the comments as well. So why don't you like tell us what we're gonna start out with today?
Yeah, so I just wanted to start out with a basic, sort of just average looking sermon graphic that's easy to do for everyone and super easy, simple words to use for generations as well. So I have here a couple examples of this. So this is actually my favorite style to generate in Church Canvas. I like to call it a
Mhm.
clean grain, minimalist sort of design. Sorry, is my screen up on?
Yeah, it's on Figma right now. Yep.
Okay, cool. So I have a couple examples here of stuff that I've generated using this exact prompt. So different sermons, but you can kind of tell it all has the same look and feel to it. Um, Completely different content, completely different themes and imagery, but it all has the same kind of clean, modern type of aesthetic that I really like. And to achieve this kind of sermon graphic, the words that I use for every single generation is use simple shapes and grainy shadows. So every time I've used that, it's generated something really cool. So I want to try that
Okay.
out. And I notice on the chat that it says, "Can you create a
Yeah,
graphic?"
we got some couple ones. Why don't you create what you want first, and then we'll
Okay,
go down the line. The
sure.
Marine
Yeah,
from Texas wants to create the Return of the Prodigal. That's a good one. All right. That will really test like can Church
yeah,
Canvas understand. So one of the things we do with Church Canvas, we actually even like looked into some of the like terms like Bible stories, Bible prodigals, parables, right? Bible stories, Bible characters, and kind of like make sure it knows who these people are and these stories. First Baptist Church of Hammond. I'm pretty sure it's my friend Courtney. FBC Hammond, legendary church. Would love to see some guide for a Bible study through the book of Acts. So we'll do that after the prodigal, but we'll do yours first.
okay.
Hi, Chiron.
So
Go ahead.
let's try one that I had prepared. So I called it Heart Health. So the title is Heart Health. If you notice here at the bottom, they have these just you can click like add title, add verse, super helpful. I always use these, makes things super streamlined and easy.
Okay.
So let's call it Heart Health. This is from Isaiah chapter 29. The verse, these people draw near to me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. It's a
Ooh,
verse.
did you just memorize that right before the stream?
No, no.
No, just kidding.
I actually preached this one time. So.
Oh, okay, my bad, my bad.
So, yeah, so we have our title, we have our text, and then let's just input that little phrase, use simple shapes and grainy shadows. So that's all I did for the prompt. And an important thing is the style. So for this, you're going to want to use the design style. It says modern graphic approach, emphasizing clean layouts, bold typography, and strong visual hierarchy. So that's how you're going to get that sort of clean minimalist look. So let's put it in. Let's see what it does. Sometimes you can add different prompts like add a heart or things like that. But a lot of times I feel like it does it by itself, just by the words that you use in the prompt.
Yeah.
So let's see what it does.
No, I honestly, that's how I prompt. I'm exactly the same way. I literally,
Yeah.
I love the prompt helpers stuff in the bottom. Okay.
Okay. So, yeah. So, I mean, let's try again with actually saying use a heart.
Yeah. What's cool though, it has like stuff in the bottom, like make it warm, make
Yeah.
texture. But yeah, I'm the same way. Whenever I use Search Canvas, but go ahead. Whenever I use Search Canvas, I love the prompt helpers because I will just like put the title, put the verse, and I'll do something like make it lovely or like if there's a like put hearts somewhere. You know what I mean? That's really what I'll type. Walter, man, Walter, giving us some challenges here with Spanish. I will do that after the first two. All right, so we'll work on that right away. The Return to Prodigals next, and then for the people put in the chat, like literally, like if you follow us on Instagram or maybe just DM us, like, hey, I was the one who asked for this. we'll send it to you. We'll send you whatever we just made. Okay, that's pretty cool.
That's
Just use
cool.
those shapes and gray shadows.
I
Okay.
like the shapes there. The text, maybe we should try using in serif and black.
Okay. Maybe for our audience, Karen, what is serif?
Serif is so any font that has like the little lines on it. So like Times New Roman or
Yeah.
like if
Little
you open your
little stuff
Bible,
on the corners. Yeah.
yeah, usually most Bibles are written in like
That's
serif
true.
font. So
That's true. Look at that. I got a Bible right here. So this is serif. Sans serif, if you don't have the little like lines that pop out on corners where it's just plain, that's sans serif. Okay, go ahead.
all right, let's try it.
All right, after this, let's go with the stuff that they're asking in the chat. All right. So after this, we'll do return of product. But yeah, like I said, message us and then we'll go ahead and send you the graphic. You can use it for your church if you want. But yeah, I mean, maybe even later. Oh, we can do it. Ooh, I like that one.
I like that a lot.
I like that a lot. I like that a lot. All right. What do we do? You want to start with some of the requests they have?
Sure, yeah.
Let's do it. Did you see? So in the chat, it's called the return of the prodigal. Okay. As far as book chapter verse, got to be somewhere in Matthew. I mean, any of the gospels, really. I'm gonna guess. All right. Bible quiz time. Prodigal son parable, Karen. Where's that at? I'm gonna guess Matthew. You have 4 choices. You got Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. I don't know if it's in Mark, but I know it's in Matthew, Luke, and John. Matthew, I'm gonna guess 14.
That's a pretty good guess.
That's a pretty good guess. That's good guess.
Like right in the middle, so it's close enough to everything else.
Matthew 14. Whatever. Just put we'll put a mock verse for now, but go ahead. Put whatever
Matthew,
like chapter and verse you want
14,
right now.
14.
The return of prodigal. You put 15? Don't trust you, bro? Let's Matthew 14 is about. This is my ADD working right now because I'm just curious. It's the feeding of the 5,000.
Oh.
And Jesus walking on water.
Wait, what is
the parable of the prodigal son? Go ahead, make that one. I'm just doing this. What are you doing that? The parable of the prodigal son. Put it in the chat. 18. I was close.
That's
Matthew 18. I said 14. It's not a bad guess. All right. Is it Matthew 18? Was that a guess too? I don't see it in Matthew 18. There's the parable of the lost sheep in Matthew 18. I'm making it the Bible study now. All right, so go ahead. Talk to us when you're typing, bro.
All right, so this one, because there's a story here, you can go ahead and just type it in what's exactly going on. So here I put use imagery of a man walking on a path towards a house. And it's also going to use simple shapes and grainy shadows. So let's see what it does,
Yeah, I know we're ending up doing Bible drills. I'm sorry, that's the faster in me. Like now I just want to figure out where the stinking prodigal son is. It's not Matthew 18. Oh, it's right here. Matthew 21. Matthew 21, guys. Wait, no, that's the 2 sons.
Oh, there we go.
Look at that Bible. Oh, okay.
I like that. I love simple shapes. So that illustration there is really cool. Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to try maybe a different variation, different style?
Yeah, let's do it.
I love the design variations.
And
maybe try a different design style.
Yeah. Let's do it general.
Yeah, pick one of the design variations.
And then let's try making it rustic.
Rustic. Oh, he said try with sans serif. Oh, sorry.
Sans serif. All
next time we'll do it again. And then we have coming up is the Book of Acts. Ooh, Book of Acts would be a good one. All right. All right. Oh, Luke 15. Oh, there we go.
That's beautiful.
Love that one. That one's cool.
That I
All
think
right.
we have a winner. Yeah, that's the one.
I think that's the one. Yeah. So and then how do you want to show them how to download it? Like if you
Yeah,
like it.
so all you gotta do, button over here. Also, if you need it to be for larger screens, if that's ever the case, then you have this
Yeah.
upscale button. It'll enhance the image quality using AI. And it should just take a little bit.
Yeah, it's perfect for like larger screens. You want to print it into a poster or whatever, like when people like pre-check their upcoming series and all that stuff. Okay, let's go with while you're doing that, let's go with the next one. Oh, what's up, Dan? Dan, friend Dan's watching, trying to get us to do Bible drills over here. We finally found it, by the way, Luke 15, chapter 11, verse 32. Verse 11 to 32. All right. From FPC Hammond for a Bible study through the book of Acts. You want to talk to us like I know in Figma we had like a different style, right?
Yeah.
Maybe the reel is cinematic, bro.
Oh, okay.
Cinematic might be kind of cool.
I love cinematic. Like, have you ever seen those Sight and Sound plays? It looks just like those brochures for that.
I think so. I think I've seen those. Yeah.
Okay, so cinematic and the book of Acts.
Yeah, Book of Acts. So it's a series on the Book of Acts. I mean, let's just call it Acts, right? I mean, we can literally big, bold Acts.
In bold, let's do gold highlighted text.
Okay.
And then we'll add a pre-title sermon series.
Oh, pre-title's cool. Yeah.
The book of Acts. And
so
then
it's gonna say sermon series in the book of Acts and then Acts underneath.
Yeah.
Okay. Acts twice. That's cool. Whatever. All right, let's go. Let's use our imagination. Book of Acts would be like, a crowd, right? That's the foundation of the church. You can talk about like,
what if we use like
a rock? It could be a rock.
Rock, yeah. Let's do.
What else? You can talk about. I mean, it could be honestly. You could use fire. Because of the power of God, right? That was a verse where, like I said, when Lord Peter. No, wait, a rock. No, that's not in the book of Acts, but it is the foundation of the church, right? Or people getting saved. Could do the Pentecost. This is not becoming Bible trivia. People are just touching our Bible knowledge now, dude. I'm getting nervous now.
Well, I mean, we could try doing the Pentecost, like Jesus.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
We'll see how that works.
We'll see. Or even if you just like put like the city of Rome, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
right. Let's do that.
City of Rome would be kind of cool. Let's do that.
Ancient city of Rome.
Of Rome. There we go. All right. While that's generated, I'll go ahead. Make it cinematic.
Let's do above the city.
Okay. All right.
Let's see.
So while that's going on, Tropical plays maybe. Can you change the data information on the screen that's already been generated, or is Almanac going to keep generating new ones? That's a great question. So transparently, that is something that we are actively working on. It's not going to be ready by V1 because we're launching literally in 4 days. Because even what we have is already helping a lot of pastors and it's helping our churches as well.
There we go.
Ooh, can you zoom in on that? Hold up. That's legit.
That's sick.
That's pretty legit. All right. Can we try a design variation?
Sure, yeah.
What are design variations we got?
Make it
dramatic, epic. Ooh, epic, bro. Now, by the way, something cool about these design variations, they're actually not like generic. Like it depends on like whatever you just made, it will then create 5 new suggestions depending on what you just made, right? So like, like this one, like for example, if you were to say have one like for youth activity, like a bullet, go ahead, click whatever, Chiron.
Yeah, let's make
so let's say, well, if it's gonna be like for youth activity, it's not gonna say like make it ancient or artistic. It's gonna be like make it gamey or make it retro or make it sci-fi or whatever, right? It's actually dependent on what you just made. But to answer, hold up.
Ooh.
Okay.
There's some.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Cinematic. Let's try one more. I really love this cinematic type. Okay. So if you notice, by the way, that one had some text hallucinations. So that'll happen with AI, right? And then as far as like changing the date or information screen, sort of generated. Unfortunately, like right now, it's not possible. But we are working on that. We can change some stuff on the screen, but then also um, that's why honestly, Church Canvas is also a good kind of like additional tool for if you have like Photoshop and maybe like later Karen can show us like, oh, how to edit, like let's say, like with this one, it has some text on it that we want to take out. How can we like take that out? What are some
Mhm.
creative ways we can change up the date or something? Because I actually had that question asked to me, right? Yeah, so that's kind of like how we can do that. Okay, let's do another one from Walter. Do you see that? I'm gonna just send it to you, Chiron, because
Yeah.
I don't want to say it. Oh, I can't even copy it. Okay, I'll just say it. Okay, the title of the sermon is gonna be in Spanish. It's a marriage retreat. All right, also it's an event. It's an event.
All right.
Do an event. Ooh, what if we try like let's make it an Instagram post.
Okay. Instagram post.
Yeah, there we go. All right, so let's go with we're starting a new one. It's called. This is the title. Retiro, Retiro. Hey Walter, judge my Spanish speaking, okay? Matrimonial. I'm getting in English matrimonial. Okay. Retiro matrimonial. Okay, that's the title of the event.
Okay.
Okay, and then the date is siete. Do you know your Spanish numbers, bro?
Yeah.
You know your Spanish numbers. You're Filipino. You got to Spanish numbers.
Yeah.
Siete y ocho
Okay.
de marzo. How was that, Walter? Come on, brother.
Z.
All right, so it's a marriage retreat.
Okay. Okay.
So
Let's
he wants to
try.
like remind people. Let's say he wants to remind people on Instagram.
Let's say add flowers and vines around the text. And in, let's say, typography, in elegant typography with rich texture. There you go.
Yeah. So back to kind of that question. Yeah, we are working on like a text tool where you can like, let's say you come up with like the background first, and then you add text, kind of overlaying that background, right? So that's kind of some things that we're exploring and we're figuring out. And like I said, sometimes with these things, hallucinations happen, kind of like these text hallucinations. That's not really a church canvas thing. It's really just like a AI in general. Even if you use like ChatGPT or whatever, that will happen. But of course, with Church Canvas, we're trying our best, like as best as we can, to make sure we try to eliminate those things. Okay, that one's really cool.
This is really cool. And I mean, did you want me to talk about how we could fix this in an outside program?
Yeah, why don't you show it? Like if someone
Because-
has say Canva or Photoshop, let's give them like a real life scenario. So let's say you really like this one, but if you notice on the top, there's some text hallucination. Like I said, with AI, that happens, right? We're actively working our best to try to make sure that we can avoid that, right? Um, and so yeah, so I mean you can bring it to something like a Figma or Canva or Photoshop, and then able to then let's say remove that part. Okay. Some questions here. Is there a way to tell it to leave empty space for dates? Yeah. I mean you can say in the prompt like leave an empty space on the middle, all right? Or leave empty space in the bottom right. You know what I mean? And then you could put your own date there. Or let's say you put a date and it's not right, you can just kind of like use. Go ahead, Karan. While you're kind of setting up to show how to erase that. Well, go ahead. You ready?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm using Figma, but you can do this in any like Canva, Photoshop, anything, because it's just basic shapes. So, I mean, I really like this, and I wouldn't want this graphic to go to waste because of how everything else is. So, if you have any shape tool at all, or a Bezier pen, let's see, let's go here and let's just cover this up. and then fill it with your
The exact same color, exactly. Yeah.
dropper tool, and then you do the exact same thing up here. I mean, I've done this multiple times with some other graphics that I had to do.
Yeah, same.
So just grab the nearest color, and then you're pretty good to go. And then if you want to add text like 7, 8
de marzo. Okay. So actually, for if you're watching it and you're, let's say you're a designer, this is a great kind of like your starting off tool. Get inspiration from it, even get your base kind of design from it. And then, you know, if you know design, you can then kind of like modify it to how you want, right? For FBC Hammond asks, are you able to resize your final graphic into multiple sizes? Great question. That is something that we are really working on. I think we're pretty close to that. It's not going to be ready for V1 launch, but we are kind of figuring out ways where it's like, okay, once you have the design, we want to be able to resize it into a large screen, into an Instagram post without like cutting off important details, or actually, because a lot of times I'll have to like, you know, redesign it in a way to like, not just cropping, but let's say you start out with an Instagram post and you want to make it into a widescreen, right? For example, if something like this would be a little easier, it's just plain, plain color. But if it were like a realistic cinematic scene, then that's going to be a little harder because then you have to add like, you know, more buildings or more water, stuff like that, more, you know, scenery. So we're working on that, so that you're able to then resize whatever design you have. You're able to resize it. The one that we're really focusing on, like we're really working on, is like that post generation experience where once you build something, we want to actually make it into sort of like a tool where you can kind of iterate on that design, right? Currently, V1 is like it puts out those like you gotta put an Instagram post that church tonight is canceled. You gotta remind people of the activity on Sunday, or like a summer graphic, right? Those quick day to day. But then we're working on it where it's like once you generate something, and if you like that one, you can then keep iterating off of that particular design. So that is kind of like the next evolution and the next step of what we're currently actively working on right now. That looks pretty cool, what you did there just now, Kyron.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good fix. Like, even with these ones. So this is one of the kids in the youth group. This was his sermon, but we need points for it. So all it was like cover it up right here, and then I added the points right here. It's like super easy to integrate it into your actual sermon slides as well. You could cover this up, put the points there. Yeah, it's like outside programs can really be helpful with this as well.
Exactly. But also that is something we're working on as well at Church Canvas, where it's like let's say you have a sermon graphic, but then you got to have your points for it, right? So we're working on a way where it generates sermon graphic, but then also generates like, you know, empty slides so that you can then put on like Pro Presenter or, you know, PowerPoint or Keynote, and then put the points on that way on like on a more plain background, even but with still like the sermon title. Caleb Beal is giving us one. All right, this was pretty challenging one. It was. Oh, by the way, yeah, save those images, Karen. We're saving these images, right? We gotta send these to people.
Yeah.
Keep forgetting, bro. This one, he's giving you a challenge here. So let's see your prompting skills, Karen. This one's called the BCU, the Bible Cinematic Universe.
Cool. All right, let's try this out.
Dude. Let's see. The Bible cinematic, bro. Make it like what it could be. We can go different routes. We can go cinematic. We can go comic.
You know what's really cool that I've tried before? I've tried make it look like a Marvel movie poster.
Let's try it, bro.
I mean, we'll see. Let's see. So what's the tag? The BCU is the
BCU. Pretty much. I mean, it could probably be maybe in large text BCU, and then like in pre-title Bible Cinematic Universe, or vice versa, whichever, right? Oh, Caleb said that was a joke. It was actually for the Axe prompt. That is true, right? That's the best dude. Axe, bro.
Actually, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Axe. I mean, a lot of Book of Acts talks about one of my favorite Bible characters. My favorite characters in the Bible, besides Jesus, of course. Can anyone guess? Who here in the chat can guess who's probably Karen? Who do you think is my favorite Bible character in the New Testament, besides
Paul.
Jesus, of course? No, it's actually Peter. I love
Okay.
Peter because the reason why I can relate to Peter is because Peter messes up a lot, but
Right.
God still used him in a mighty way. Because I mess up a lot. I talk too much. I say stuff I shouldn't say. I do things I shouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like hesitant. I'm just like, let's go. And so I relate to Peter a lot. And Peter's my boy. So I think that would be cool. All right, that's good. I thought a whole series on Peter. And yeah, some of the other things that we're working on, really to kind of enhance that kind of post prompt experience, where you can kind of keep iterating and all that stuff. And one of the things that we didn't get, where we don't have, we're working on right now is called in paint. And in paint is a feature where it's like, let's say you have a design, and let's say there is something that's kind of like, a text that shouldn't be there. You can kind of draw a box around it, and then just say remove this, right, or change this date, and you're telling church canvas what to do there. Oh, that's kind of cool. Hold up. But then, like, but not even just that. Let's say you have, let's say it generates something like this where it says Bible, something like Universe BCU, and then like you wanted to, let's say the bricks on the bottom, you can put a square on the bricks, like kind of highlight the bricks at the bottom, say make this a cement road instead of bricks, right? So you could do stuff like that. That's called in paint, which is a feature we're working on. We really honestly, like, there's so much features that we can put here that we talked about, like it's honestly endless, but we wanted to get something already out into the hands of pastors, to the hands of busy pastors and busy church leaders, just like us, because we've seen how it's helped us in our ministry. It's funny because, like, I literally use church canvas every day. Like tonight, one of our staff is preaching, and then on this Sunday I'm preaching a sermon called Paralyzed. I don't want to have to spend hours designing it, so I just quickly put on church canvas, right? So we wanted to put this out already that has the pastors, so that'll start helping them with their ministry. But then there's like endless things we can keep going, right? And so those are some of the things we talked about, like in paint, where you can kind of edit stuff inside it, kind of a text overlay thing. So can we see that first BCU one? That was really cool.
Yeah.
That could totally be an ad for like college. That one's cool. BCU. Okay. So if you want that, Caleb, let me know. Pastor Beal. That's weird calling you Caleb because I know he's Brother Beal. All right. Do we want to try? So he did have one called, though, the God of New Beginnings.
Okay.
So what he wants is, it's going to be a short mini series after Easter. Ooh, I like that. Post Easter. So maybe along the lines of like a seed into a tree.
Okay. What's it called?
The God of New Beginnings. Capital G. Have some respect. Our creator, Chiron.
And the verse?
There's no verse.
No.
It's
verse.
just, no verse.
Um,
We'll call it like sermon series. Put a pre-title sermon series.
Okay. You're gonna try something. Imagery of a seed.
Slowly forming branches. Okay, that's cool. I want to see if I'm missing anything here in the chat. I got everyone. Okay, cool. Marine from Texas, this is an awesome tool. Thank you. Yeah, we're launching in 4 days. We're pretty excited about it. We even have like a special launch week discount, which I think will be really cool. Okay, so the prompt is, the title is God You Begins Illuminated Typography. Text at the top that says sermon series, use imagery of a seed slowly forming branches, becoming a lush tree. Make it illustrative and resembling a book cover. Okay.
Let's try it.
Let's try it. Do it. All right. While that's going on, oh, Kenneth, you said, "Let's go. Help me sell this to my pastor." That's on you, Kenneth. All right. And then maybe if there's no more, we can kind of look into the other styles that you mentioned,
Yeah.
like that Bauhaus style. That one's pretty
Mhm.
crazy. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, that one's really good, bro.
That's
This
cool.
one's nice. For the
Yeah.
Beal, let us know if you want this one. Use it for Sunday ready. God New Beginnings. Should we try
Let's try making
uh make it what?
mm, should we make it lush. Let's try one of the
Okay.
variations. Or what do you think?
Whatever. Whichever one, yeah. Yeah. So I mean, like I said, there's a lot of ways we can go and directions we're going with this, but right now, the very basis of it has helped even just past I've talked to. I've talked to oh, whoa, hold up. Wow.
That's really
That one's
cool.
crazy. That one's pretty crazy. But Bill, you seen this? This is pretty cool. But while he's talking about that, and if you want to go and start preparing like the next thing you want to create, Chiron,
Yeah.
um, um, I remember we gave this to so my wife is not a designer at all. My wife does not know anything about AI. Just to mention real quick, by the way. So when we made church canvas, one of the things that we've always kept asking, what would a pastor, a small church pastor, who has no knowledge about design nor any knowledge about AI, what would they type? Right. So that was always been kind of to be honest, I would honestly look at it like, what would my dad type? So what like whenever my dad would tell me design something, he'd be like, design this, and that's it. And I'll be like, okay, that's it. I got to figure out myself, right? So we're just asking like, what if my dad were the one? My dad is a 62-year-old pastor, been pastoring for 25 years. What would he type? Right. So those are kind of things that we kept asking ourselves. I mean, like I said, we gave this to my wife and actually my brother's wife, who are sort of here at our church. They don't know anything about design whatsoever. But my brother's wife is actually in charge of our social media, and we had to post on our Instagram and our Facebook that we're canceling church tonight. This was actually during the fires over here in the Palisades and here in LA, and there was a lot of smoke in the air. And then schools had to be shut down because of how bad the air quality was, and we had to shut down or we had to not have midweek service that night. And literally, Kate, my brother's wife, went on church canvas, created an Instagram post that says no service tonight due to the fire in the Pacific Palisades. Did it in 10 seconds, posted on Instagram, and continued teaching her third and fourth grade class. Right. That is exactly who we made church canvas for. The person who is in charge of social media, but they don't have time to spend hours on it because they have other ministries they have to attend to. They have other ministry matters they have to attend to. That is who we designed it for, right? For the pastor who's preparing a sermon and want to have a nice sermon graphic on the screen, but you don't want to spend your hours instead of spending your hours on the design. You need to spend your hours on the actual sermon, right? So that's kind of things that we made those for. We've met our church staff. Actually, our church staff now has its own. We have our own church account, and our church has been using it for their junior church. They've been creating for the graphics for the junior church. They've been creating coloring pages with it. Sunday school curriculum, the things that they would show to the kids in Sunday school. Our teen Sunday school teachers have been using it for their screens. Just everyone, right? And honestly, it's been such a game changer for our church, and that's how I know it'll help a lot of churches. And that's why we're so excited to launch this. Rachel said, "I can't wait till this is live. I'm on the wait list. Is there a projected date?" Yes, this Monday. We are launching in 4 days. If you're in the wait list, you should have gotten an email actually talking about that, and you're gonna get another email on Monday with a discount code to get a 25% to get a discount, for church canvas. I'm currently designing my senior pastor sermon series, and this would be so helpful when I receive their notes 1 hour before the service. Exactly. Sorry, Kyron. Let me get on my soapbox here real quick on my pulpit. You, Rachel, are who we designed it for. We created this exact app for you because I'm gonna tell you something. Your pastor gives you the sermon notes an hour before the service. That's awesome. My dad gives us the sermon design, the sermon title, 5 minutes before church. Like before he walks into the pulpit. Oh, by the way, I'm preaching this. And then either me or my brother, a lot of times. That's why, by the way, that's why my brother is actually a really fast designer now. Because he'll come up with design and literally while worship is going on, while singing is going on, while announcements are going on, while the offering is going on, he'll be designing and have something up by the time my dad preaches. But now I've been just literally giving it to our sound booth person, who's this guy that just graduated high school like a year ago, and he just does our sound booth. He doesn't know any design whatsoever. But I gave him Acts Church Canvas. I'm like, all right, this person's preaching this. Make sure we have design by the time. He does it in like 10 seconds. So yes, Rachel. And I got me excited because you are literally who we built it for. Because we are you. All right. What are we doing now? Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about this one that I've been doing, and I like to call it the frame. Let me put the Figma back on. Can you see it?
Brother Bill, yeah, go ahead. Caleb Bill said, make Chiron's PC background. That'd be tough, bro. Spider. Actually, probably could do something like that, actually. Spider-Man. Can I be real? That's probably going to be easier because,
there's so many more images to talk from.
Yeah, it's Spider-Man. You know what I mean? But go ahead, Chiron.
Yeah. So, sorry.
You're on Slack. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so I made things like this, which I love the look of it.
Okay.
I call it the frame style. So all I did to achieve this was type in this prompt: surrounding the text is an illustrative frame featuring symbols of, and then you just type in what you want to be on that frame. So I'm going to try it with Joshua. Let's do, what are some things in Joshua's life? Like
servant leader. Joshua? Shoot. I mean, Moses passing on the baton to him being fearful, sword battle, yeah. The walls of Jericho.
Walls.
Could be like a city with walls, right?
Yeah.
Or what walls of Jericho, whatever.
City,
yeah.
I'm gonna call it fortress because that'll probably translate better on city here. Fortress, sword. Let's do flags, I guess. We'll see. I don't know.
I guess maybe, yeah.
Just anything that gives
whatever
the idea of being in part of war.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
All right.
And then in red, blue, and white. In bold, white text.
Red, white, and blue. Karen, are you secretly American, brother? Just kidding. All right. Hey, you know what we call after this? So while you're telling me that, I'll go ahead and generate it. I think what we should do after this, and we didn't even plan this, let's show how we can build like coloring pages.
Cool. Okay. I've never done that before. So
you haven't done that before?
No, I've not.
Bro. Oh, you've never done? Wow, you don't care about kids, Kyron? You don't have kids. I have 2 daughters, 5 and 6, and so I've actually been using Church Canvas to create coloring pages of like Pokemon. I'm not even joking, but really? That is cool.
That's really cool.
I love that one.
Yeah, let's try making it. Let's make it brave. Let's see when it does.
That was pretty fast too.
Yeah.
But yeah. By the way, for those who were kind of watching, whatever we're making, you can literally there's always a download button on the top right. You can just download it, and then that's it. You can put it on your phone, post it, whatever. Let's do a coloring page after this. Like think of any Bible story, and then we'll do a coloring page for that, right? So this is good for like Sunday school teachers, right? Where you gotta, do a coloring page or a craft or activity for your Sunday school kids. That one looks awesome.
That's cool.
Let's do a coloring page. How would you do a coloring page, Karan?
How would I do a coloring page?
Like how would you? What would you tell Church Canvas in order for you to do a coloring page?
Black and white line drawing. I don't know.
I guess, yeah, black and
What
white
do
line
you put
drawing,
in
right?
there?
Oh, well, I would just put
Do you actually
I
use
honestly
the
would put a
coloring
create a
tools?
coloring page.
Oh, cool.
Create a black and white coloring page. Yeah. Um. Oh wow, you're so Canadian, bro. Putting you on coloring. Okay, let's do a Bible story. And then Caleb has one more. Okay, let's do a Bible story. Let's do David and Goliath. Oh no, what you got one?
No, I was just typing Bible story.
Let's just leave it at that. Don't even describe what David and Goliath is.
Okay.
I'm probably shooting myself in the foot here.
Do you use
But let's go
design?
ahead.
Use design, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. We may have to like figure out exactly what to say for it to do color because I've done it before. It's been a while. Like I've done color pages before, so it's cool. I forgot what I put there. You just gotta keep messing around with it and like see what it'll come up with. But let's see if we get the David and Goliath coloring page. Something because I made one for like Joseph.
Oh, there
and
you go.
oh, there we go. See,
That's pretty cool.
that looks pretty cool. So you just and then you can just download it, and there we go. Rachel asked a question real quick. I'm gonna answer Rachel's question. Caleb Bill wanted something lost and found series from Luke 15 using the objects like you're doing with your frame style. So can you do the frame style, the same frame style you did with Joshua, but the title of the series is Lost and Found from Luke 15. And I'm guessing that's a prodigal son. Luke 15's got to be prodigal son, right? Good thing I got my Bible right here. Luke 15. I'm pretty sure it's not about the lost sheep, is it? Luke 15 is the
Is it all the lost ones?
prodigal son. Yes.
Oh,
duh. Lost coin, lost sheep, lost son.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Well, that's a good series, brother. Okay. So Rachel asked, I may have missed it, but during launch, are there options to resize fixed text at a later time? Also working on the option. Yes, so we're still working on the option. So the ones we're currently working on are like, ways to resize it. So let's say it starts out a sermon, but then you want to make it to a story size or an Instagram post size. We're working on that. That's not going to be ready by launch. And then another one where you mentioned being able to fix text at a later time. That's also something we're working on. I'm not going to be ready during launch because, like I said, we want to just get snaps and people ready. But those are some of the things that we're working on where it's like the text can be editable or where you can actually like kind of mark stuff and say, change this, edit this, remove this, stuff like that. That's something we're working on. We're calling it like, in Paint. Okay. Oh, there we go, Karan. So you want to put simple cartoon coloring page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try
So
this.
lost and found. Oh, so you want to put you put a sheep, coin, silhouette of a man. Ooh.
Let's see what that does.
Did you spell silhouette right away?
Yeah.
Wow, good job.
No.
this is like what we're doing our team meetings. Team meetings always just picking on Chiron. Let's see.
You know what? I should have changed it to like a cobblestone path. That would be cool.
Cobblestone. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's pretty cool too.
That's pretty cool. You got
Let's
the sheep, you got the coin, you got the man. All right, let's try that and then maybe try design variation. Because I don't know about you, I love design variation. So design variation is the one that keeps me addicted to church canvas. Because then I'm like, ooh, what does this do? Like, what will this pop up? Right. So I usually just kind of keep clicking those. But for those that are watching before, kind of, if you have to hop off, it's totally fine. But I do want to say, like I said, we're launching. Ooh, I love that one. One's cool. Let's try design variation. We're launching on Monday, this Monday. So in 4 days, we have a special discount. It's actually going to be 15% off your first 3 months. Um, 15% off your first 3 months. Or if you pay annual, 50% off the whole first year. But if you're on the wait list, we actually have an extra discount. So if you want to join the wait list, go join the wait list, churchcanvas.ai. We have a special, kind of a more of a discount for waitlist people. Okay, but for just a general public launch for launch week, so that's only for the week of launch, 15% off, and also you're gonna get what we call a founder. Okay, some of the things if you kind of sign up for Plus. So to try to church canvas is free, by the way. It's free. You're gonna get 10 generations per month. You can try it for free. But if you upgrade to Plus on launch week, you get 15% off for the first 3 months, or 50% off the first year if you do annual. You will also get what we call you're also what we consider a founder. So then you get a founder badge on your, so only the people that upgrade to Plus on launch week will have that founder badge on your profile pic, because there's also community and stuff like that, which I actually, Karen, later we should talk about the community feed in a bit. And then you'll also get locked in pricing, where if someday we have to raise our prices, which happens with like apps, you will stay at that $30 a month plus, or $300 a year, I think is what we said, because $25 a month if you do annual, so it becomes $300 a year. You will stay at that locked in price for life. Okay. Do design iterations count towards exactly founder verified? So like that's you're only the people that get Church Canvas during the week of launch gets that founder badge. Do design iterations count towards your 150 monthly design count? Yes, it does. Okay, after that, I have like 5 minutes. I gotta hop off. Because to be totally transparent, I teach in our Christian school, and I gotta go teach my English class.
Look at this one.
That looks awesome.
That's cool.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying this one looks really cool.
All right, those are awesome. So now why do we do this? Let's talk about the gallery. Can you click? I think it's called gallery, right? But when we want to see, or my gallery.
My gallery.
So my gallery. If you have an account, you can look at everything that you've ever designed, every single thing you've ever designed. Okay. You could go ahead and click that. Show them, Karen. Go ahead and grab it. Like click it. So whatever you've made in the past. All right.
Yeah.
One of those. Like one of those.
Yeah.
And if you want to look how to re-download it, you can re-download it. You can upscale anything that you've ever made in the past. Okay, you can upscale it. And you can also remix it, where it's like almost like try again. Okay. Or if you want to create another design similar to that design, you can actually copy that prompt. So if you can click copy prompt and then go to generate and then paste that prompt. Okay. So you just copy that prompt, and you want to create that same exact style. We don't want to retype or rethink about it. Paste that prompt and then just edit the text. Okay. Then there's also, let's talk about the reference image. Let's show the reference image. You can choose from a gallery of other designs that we made. Because our team, we're all ministry people that design like our whole lives. So you can go ahead and click choose from gallery, and you can actually get some of the designs that we've made in the past, and you can use that as reference. Okay. Or if you see a certain design that you like and you want to make something similar to that style or design, you can actually upload an image. You click upload image. It's funny, we've just been doing sermon, but you can use this for like current pages. We use this for like our youth activities and things like that. Yeah, so you can like select the file, upload an image, like a certain design that you like, and we'll try to copy that design. Not try to copy, but it will at least like make a new design based off of that design style. And then show the community feed. See that? Okay, good. So you just did that. Community feed, because I got to hop off in like 3 minutes. This right here. This is actually, we have a community feed because we want people helping each other. Maui, Rachel. Oh, cool. My sister-in-law is from Maui. We are in Los Angeles. I'm in Los Angeles. Kyron's in Canada. Because you're asking where we're at. So you can actually grab any design that you like on our community feed. And pretty soon we're going to have where we can filter it, like Easter designs, all that stuff. You can actually, if you click it, you can see who created it, right? Like, for example, can you click the one? There was one that like someone in the community, I think Caleb Beal created actually. Can you go down? It was actually about like what is that? Like friend or something. All right, let's get some of the Easter ones. Go down Easter. True friendship in troubled times. True friendship. You see that one?
Yeah.
True. There we go. That's Caleb Bill. So he's been in the chat. He created that. If you like that style, you can well actually. So Church Canvas is because it is kind of like we're community sharing with each other, right? You can download it, or you can remix it, or you can copy that prompt, paste it into your own, and then create another design based off of that style, right? So there's a social aspect to it. That's why that founder bench is really cool, because then eventually we'll have Church Canvas creators, and then people eventually we're gonna work it where like you can like something and then have the most popular ones on top, all that stuff. So the community feed is fun. You can see what the other things people created and then use that for yourself as well. So anyway, we have to hop off. Chiron, thanks for all your help, man. I think this has been awesome. This has been fun. Thank you for everyone in the chat. And yeah, so we're join the wait list. It's churchcanvas.ai. We have a special discount during launch week for people that join the wait list. And then yeah, we're launching on Monday. So pray for us. Hope it goes well. And I gotta hop off and go teach my 9th to 10th grade English class. So what about you, Carl? Where you headed right now?
Nothing. Staying home.
Wow.
My wife comes home from
these
work.
Gen Z ministry people, bro. These Gen Z ministry people is kind of just, work whenever they want or whatever.
Yeah,
Come on, man. Hey, bless God. No, I'm just kidding. All right. All right, y'all. Bye, everyone.